Alright, what is going on, guys? So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a game I played on stream a couple days ago against Shiphtur. I ended up doing super well in this game. I think I went like 7-0-7 or something like that. So I thought it'd be pretty interesting to take a look back at this game here, try to analyze it, break it down, see how I was able to get such a good lead in the early game, how I was able to beat Shiphtur in this game here. So let me know down in the comments below, guys, if you'd like to see more of these kind of videos, more of my gameplay videos down in the comments below, because I don't usually upload gameplays of my footage. That's usually not the kind of content I upload, but if this is something you guys would like to see more of, for example, if I'm playing up against someone like Bjergsen or some pro players, or if I'm playing up against another streamer, like I've played quite a bit against RvzStealth recently, if you guys would like to see that kind of content, then let me know down in the comments below. I guess also before we get started here, just a quick shout out to my stream. I'm streaming a lot more over on Twitch recently, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. So if you guys are interested in catching a stream, then be sure to check out the link down in the description below. With that being said, guys, let's get started. So let's just rewind a little bit here. I've been using this ward pretty much every single game since the Scuttle Crab changes went through. There's no real point in getting a ward in the Pixel Bush now, because most junglers in like 95% of games, I'd say, don't even walk into the river before 3 minutes into the game. So the river ward is just not as useful. That ward there, you're going to see later on in the game, it's going to come in handy and it's going to spot out the Kha'Zix and know where he's pathing next. So I just feel like that ward on the Raptor camp is going to be the best one that you should be looking to place in the early game right now. So in this matchup here up against the Brand, as long as I dodge out on his W, which isn't super difficult to do as Rumble, especially once I get level 3 with my shield, the lane is actually not that difficult. Because if you dodge out on the W, even if he hits you with an EQ, as long as he doesn't proc his passive, you're pretty much going to win the trade every time. So I got hit by that W there. We got the level 2. In this matchup, I did start my E. So in ranged matchups, I do think starting E is the way to go. In melee matchups, start your Q. But let's actually just take a look back at that trade there and see what I did, because, all right, go back a little bit further. So this is something you can do on Rumble. Like the Brand or Shiphtur in this situation, what he's expecting me to do is he's expecting me to walk backwards here, but instead I just walk forwards into him and it ends up winning the trade. If I would have walked backwards there, then I would have actually ended up losing out on that trade. So notice how I just walk forward instead of backwards. I don't walk into the W. It ends up being a pretty good trade. And if you can do that with Rumble in the early game, if you can trade even like that, I got my potion, I got my Dorans, I'm going to be healing up pretty well. And once I hit level 3, I've got my shield. If you can trade even, then you're going to have a really good time in the lane, especially once you do it level 3. So we're pretty close to level 3 now. Just one more minion here should hit the level 3. So there we get it. Now we can just pretty much, we don't really have to care too much about dodging out on the W poke, because you can just use your W to dodge that. As soon as Shiphtur used his W there, I just walked forwards towards him because I can win a trade pretty easy. If his W's down, no passive proc, so just walk forward there whenever Brand like misses an ability or something. Right here, I use my W to block the E damage. I could have used it to block the W damage, but either or, you block some damage there. And my Jarvan, or not my Jarvan, my Lee Sin's getting invaded on. I can't really do anything here because their top laner is also there. Yeah, their Volibear ran down there, so I can't really do anything. My Aatrox wasn't moving, so right here I got hit by the stun. Kind of unfortunate. I popped my Nullifying. If I didn't get hit by that stun there, the trade would have been super good. Just absorbing the W poke there with your W. You pretty much don't take any damage from his W as long as you're using yours in the lane there. So got the level 4. Now this is actually something where I'm looking back at, and I'm thinking like, this is actually very risky for me to go for here. So I try to go for an all-in. I burn his flash, but remember a couple like seconds ago, Kha'Zix was invading my Lee Sin topside. That play there is super risky to go for, because I don't know where Kha'Zix is right now. I know he's on the top side of the map, and I was trying to kill Shiphtur on the top side of the map there. So if we just rewind, if Kha'Zix was just sitting in this bush here, which it's highly likely he could have been, then I would have just died here for going for this play. So even though it nets me a flash, and even though like in this game it ends up working out, I'd say like in future games this isn't a play I should be looking to go for, because I just don't know where Kha'Zix is right now, and that could have backfired super hard for me there. So I think that's a mistake I ended up making in this lane. I know that he is TP, so I want to get a base in now. If I don't base here, then he's just going to come back to lane, and he's just going to be able to poke me out, have permanent pressure in lane. So even though I might lose a few CS here, I just need to get a base off, or else I'm just going to lose all my pressure in lane. So I'm just going to get back here as quick as possible. Yeah, I end up losing. I don't know, I might get cannon. I know, I think I lose cannon XP. Let's see. Oh, I remember in this game here, actually, I was pretty pissed because like the cannon minion just got into tower range there. If it didn't get into tower range, that would have been so good for me, but I lost the cannon, but I'm coming back to lane now. I didn't lose a ton. Like, I lost cannon and that's it. I lost cannon and a couple other minions, but it's not the end of the world. We get the base in. We now have the pressure in the lane again here. And we do have Brand Flash down now, so we can look to play pretty aggressive. In this game, I probably should have told my Lee Sin that Brand Flash was down and could look to play around it. I don't think I did that in this game here, so that's another thing that's another thing I need to work on a little bit, just communicating more with my jungler in the early game, letting them know when summoners are down, when we can make plays and stuff like that. That's always something that's really important for you to do. So right here, notice how he's using his abilities on the wave. I don't know if Shiphtur was just having like a bad day or if he's tilted or something, but he's not walking up here at all. It's understandable because he doesn't have his flash, but he's using a lot of mana in this lane, and he's just using it to farm. He's not really getting any chip damage off on me at all. So the wave right now is like pushing into me. And notice here, I used my Q to just help me CS that. I probably shouldn't have even used my Q at all there. But I mean, I need to thin out the wave now because it is pushing pretty hard into me, but the wave is in a great spot because it's pushing into me. He has to overextend to try to get CS, so he has to use abilities because his flash is down. So this is just, I think I did a pretty good job this game at keeping the wave like on my side of the lane when his flash was down. And like I said earlier, I should have told my Lee Sin to come over here and to try to make a play, try to gank Brand. All right, so just hard shove the wave in now. I'm almost level 6, and then in a little bit here, we're gonna see where I just start to take over the lane. So we know that he doesn't have flash at this point. So let's just see. Do I base here? I don't think I base. So I think on the next wave here is when I get the first solo kill in this lane. We'll just see how this plays out here. All right, I pinged Kha'Zix's bot side there. Pretty good awareness on my part. Our bot lane, I actually think our bot lane dies there. Maybe I could have pinged it out a bit sooner, but yeah, I think our bot lane goes down there. Right here, he's out of mana. I end up taking actually kind of a bad trade, but he's running pretty low on mana now. So even though I'm half HP here, the lane is still pretty much in my favor because he's out of mana now, right? Like, he can't do anything. Like, he just wasted his Q there. So right now, the wave's in a good spot. If you can keep the wave in a spot to where you have more room to work with Rumble, like if you have more room to just run someone down the lane, it's going to help you get solo kills a lot better. So the lane's in a pretty good spot. He's out of mana. He doesn't have flash. Just flash in there, ignite, put the ult down, get a free kill.
Wow, I'm dead, guys. Wow, just like that, I'm just dead. Are you serious? For real, for real? Oh, man. Yeah, my bad, guys. Oh, I really fucked that up there. Oh, I should have angled my mouse like 10 degrees to the left and start.
All right, so back in lane now, level 7, about to hit level 8 here. Brand is looking to take blue. I think this is actually a really good job by my Lee Sin here. I think he actually ends up taking the blue, maybe? And he at least denies it from Shiphtur. This is like really big because Brand with blue buff is actually pretty annoying, but notice how like he's always running out of mana in lane with this Brand pick. I'm not too sure why he played Brand in this game, honestly. Like, Brand mid, it's not really, I don't really think it's a great pick right now or anything, so it's kind of odd that he picked Brand in this game here, but he doesn't have blue. Any champion that you can go up against his Rumble that runs on a lot of mana is just super good for him because he doesn't run on any mana at all. So if you can just sustain their poke in lane, like with your shield, then you're just kind of a really good time in those kind of matchups. So right here, again, he has to like use his abilities on the wave. He's just using a lot of mana here. And I'm just looking to shove in the wave now. And I guess I do have my ult up. It's kind of risky to just go for a straight up all in on him unless he uses an ability. So I'm just looking to roam bot here. Just look to shove, look to roam when you have your ult with Rumble and the lane is like, it's not really worth it for me to stay in lane at this point. So just look to roam. Look to help your team out. So we get 2 kills down bot lane. Much more worth it in this situation than trying to get a solo kill mid lane. So yeah, just don't always just stay in your lane when you have a lead, guys. Like, you should be looking to roam around the map. influence the map, because Rumble's one of the best roaming mid lane champions as well. Like, especially if you're playing Rumble, your ultimate can just do so much work from such a long range. So even if you're like pretty far away from the lane, you can just toss in your ultimate, pick up free kills a lot of the time. So just be looking to do that if you are playing the champion. I still think he's a great pick. Like, even though he got nerfed this patch, still think it's a super underrated, really good pick for solo queue. I've been spamming it the past, like, I don't know, past couple weeks here, and I've been having a lot of success with it. So all right, right here, I should look to get a base in soon. I think this is a mistake I made in this game. I want to just get my Leandries here, right? So 1,600 gold. I'm pretty close to it. Clear this pink, shove in the next wave, and then base for Leandries. But I end up delaying my base quite a bit this game, which isn't something you really want to do. Like, when you have a power spike, whenever you are close to a spike, or whenever you can base and get your power spike, you want to be doing that a lot of the time, unless there's like a fight breaking out. So right here, I think I tried to base, actually. I tried to base, but I greed my base. Like, I shouldn't do this here. I should just back up a bit further. I guess I didn't think he was going to stop my base here, but yeah, I should have. If I would have got that base in here, it would have been so good, because I would have got my Leandries super early on. 11-minute Leandries with the Rumble is so good. So just don't greed your base like that when you do have a power spike to base for. So yeah, right here I end up having to stay for this wave now. And I think all because I greeted my base there, I think I don't even end up basing until like another 2 or 3 minutes into this game here. Because I try to base again now, but now my team is looking to go for Herald, so I don't want to base, right? Because if I base here, my team does Herald, and they start a fight, and I'm not there, we probably lose that. So I don't want to base here, because my team's looking to play, or make a play on the map. I look to roam over here. Alright, Volibear kills our Soraka, so that's not very good. Kha'Zix is level 7, so I'm not scared of him at all there. We could look to make a play. I think I toss out an ult here, try to get a kill on the Volibear. Yeah, we toss out the ult. He flashes away, so honestly, I don't think I could have played that any better. I think that was a pretty good ult there. He just flashed out of it, so played that pretty fine for the most part. Alright, so now I should just base. Like, what I do here is I go back mid, and I shove this in. Let's see, what is the wave like in the mid lane? Because I just feel like I'm delaying my base so much in this game here. Alright, Kha'Zix is right there. I just want to go mid and shove this in here. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, I feel like if I don't shove this in here, it just ends up potentially just continuing to freeze, and then I just lose a lot of minions for it. So I think it's fine for me to go back mid and shove it in here. And then I finally get my base off for Leandries. So notice the chunk there. I can't kill the Kha'Zix because I would have overheated, and I don't know where everybody else is on the map. So yeah, Volibear just came mid there too. All right, so now I base, get the Leandries. This is where you really can start to pop off in team fights. So excuse me, whenever you do get Leandries on Rumble, just look to group up, look to fight. You're super strong once you do grab that item. All right, so now once you do have a lead, once you can move up your vision into the enemy's jungle, just look to invade, look to play with your jungler, invade the enemy's jungle, starve the enemy jungler, don't let him CS. That's what we're doing right now here. Rotate back mid, try to get this mid tower. So just use your lead wisely. Like, don't just run in yourself into the enemy's jungle and try to get kills. Like, play with your jungler, let him know that you can play aggressive, invade. Make smart, aggressive plays, and you're just going to be able to snowball your lead super good. So 4-0-2 at this point, doing really well in this game here. Infernal's up in a minute, so what we should look to do here, we can just pressure mid, back off for Infernal when it's up, which is, I think, what we end up doing here. So right here, it's actually a pretty good spot to look to fight. Like, my ult in this choke point here, like where Brand is walking, is super good. But I noticed that my Aatrox was still bot side. My Lee Sin is also behind a little bit, so it's not the smartest play to go for. I think it's definitely the right call there for me not to throw down my ult, and just look to play for this Infernal. So right here, Volley's trying to engage, but we have vision control. Soraka's sweeping all the vision away here, so we should just look to group up for Infernal. Group for Infernal, get a pick here, or just start a team fight. If I can just get a decent ultimate off in a fight right now, we win pretty hard, I'm pretty sure. So, or at least that's what I was thinking in this game. So just look to group up. They got to try to face check here if they want to get vision. Once they do end up grouping up here, toss down the ult. Get a really nice ult there on Shiphtur. You can't see because I didn't pan forward, but I actually ended up killing him. I guess I didn't even realize it in the game that I ended up killing him with that ult there, but I guess it was super good. It got him for the full duration, so that was a really good ult there. And then we get the free Infernal, so that was the tipping point in the game right there, I'd have to say. That fight win gave us the Infernal. I'm 5-0 now at this point, so we're in just a really good spot now. So I just realized I haven't really talked about my build in this game as Rumble here. Leandri's Rush pretty much every single game. I've been liking Leandri's as a first item. Second item, either Zhonya's, Morello, or even Deathcap sometimes. Like if you're really snowballing, you go Deathcap. If they have a lot of dive or a lot of 80 champion, Zhonya's. And then if you need the healing reduction, go Morello. Also, if you're snowballing, going for like Oblivion Orb as your second item, also a good option. Just get a lot of pen. So right here though, at this point, it's actually pretty bad for us because Ezreal's chunked. I was actually really surprised that we didn't lose off this because Lee Sin's dead, our smite's down, Soraka's dead, don't have any heal. I think I clutched this pretty hard here, so I use my ult. We get that on the Kha'Zix. My ult actually chunks Kha'Zix super low, so I get the kill on him there. We come in, we get the... I actually didn't realize that in game, but Shiphtur just flashed into the pit there, so he ends up going down here. He misses the Baron. I feel like this is just... I don't know, Shiphtur must have been just tilted in this game or something. I don't think he was playing the best that he could have, that's for sure. But yeah, we get the Baron here. Super lucky we got the Baron, honestly. If we lost that Baron, I think we could have lost this game. But because we get the Baron, we're in a pretty good spot still. So yeah, I think I clutched that pretty good there. Me and the Aatrox did. Got the ult off. Whenever you're trying to like stop the enemy from taking Baron like that, you should always try and use your ultimate like on the jungler, you know. You could try to get like a multi-man ultimate off as well, but if the jungler is like super squishy, if he's super low, always try to just get rid of the smite, because if you can get rid of the smite, it's much more likely the enemy team is going to go off the Baron, or it's much more likely that they're going to just turn and try to fight you or something. So that's what I did there. I just tried to focus the Kha'Zix. We got the kill. So we end up getting the Baron. Come bot side here, just like I said earlier, really good macro from our team this game. Like there's no reason for us to go top, really, no reason to go mid. We could have Lee Sin shove out mid or Ezreal shove out mid right now, but just going to the lane where it's the freest tower. Bot lane, it's got this tower standing still, so just go bot here, grab this tower. We can look to start a fight here. I think we get a kill on Kai'Sa here as well. This Ezreal played really well this game. Kai'Sa jumps too far forward, Ezreal gets a chunk. I might have actually not have had to ult there because Ezreal had the red buff on Kai'Sa, if I'm not mistaken, so he might have died to the red buff. I think I should have waited maybe half a second more to wait for the red buff to expire. Maybe I didn't have to use ult there, but it doesn't really matter too much. We're still fine at this point. As long as the Kai'Sa's down, we win team fights pretty hard. So right here, Volley's looking to engage. Aatrox, I think he lives here. Yeah, he ends up flashing out. And then right here... I just feel like Shiphtur's tilted. I don't know what he's doing there.
Oh shit, is he going in? Oh shit. I'm fucking dead. Does it bounce? Where did I even ult to? Did I even ult anymore? Did it fizzle? Ah.
So that's going to be pretty much it for the video, guys. Be sure to let me know down in the comments below if you like this type of video, if you'd like to see me do more of these, like playing against other streamers or high elo players or pro players like in the future. I think it makes for a pretty interesting video, but let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. The reason to why I didn't do it alive, like didn't show you the live version of this, is because I was using copyright music on my stream in the background, so I can't use that. Like I can't upload that to YouTube. So in the future, if you guys would like a live version, then I could just not use any like copyright music in the background. I could just have no music playing. But yeah, that's gonna round it out here, guys. Be sure to check out my stream if you're interested. I'm streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday recently, so be sure to check that out if you'd like to catch a stream sometime. But with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you in my next video.